welcome to the stream. I'm SourceCode, and today we are going to do some more HoloLens development. So hopefully everything is technically working out. I'm excited, so I guess we should build a virus-catching game. So here we go!
I am not an atomic playboy.
So welcome everybody, welcome to another stream. So I'm still trying to sort out all kinds of different technical stuff. But yeah. Whoa, stuff is happening. I need to check that out. I need to check it out later. Oh, why is it always happening at the start of a stream? Anyway, Square Games, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so excited. We need to sample that, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. See? I fixed the chat. Now we can read it. It's a little close to my nose. I need to maybe move me out of the way a little bit. If there's chat. But it looks fine over there. Hey Rosie.
Yes.
Can you play some music? So yeah, all my audio settings, everything was broken. Which was a bit of a terrible thing, but anyway, we are going to continue working on our HoloLens game with the Wonderland engine. Last weekend, I released a small VSCode extension to help out with the development of the Wonderland code. Basically, the snippets that I'm using are in there. And Jonathan helped a little bit as well, added some more snippets. So if you are working with Wonderland and you are missing some snippets, please let me know. I will change it, I'll edit, or just, it's on my GitHub. Let me share a link to that. So pretty much everything we do is on GitHub. I'm not sure if this is on GitHub yet, actually. Probably not, actually. Or don't we have change? We do have changes. I don't know. It's probably not on GitHub yet. We need to put it on GitHub. Anyway, if you just search Wonderland in the Visual Studio Code things, it is there. And 4 people have downloaded it, so there are 4 people who have downloaded this extension, which is pretty cool. So yeah, but I don't like it. That's. Can I rate it? Or can't I rate my own? I can't. You cannot. I cannot rate my own extension, I guess. Anyway, it was the first. You cannot see it. Wait, now you can see it. So you just search for Wonderland in the Visual Studio Code extensions, and you get this extension. So yeah, it looks great. There are no issues. Oh, I didn't update the release notes with the latest update, but it's my first extension. Don't be too harsh. Feature contributions. Cool. I'm not sure how this all works, but it's pretty cool. The process is pretty easy to get something published. But there are some checks to see if your extension is valid. So let's see if we can get the game running as well. So it runs On desktop, here we have a little virus. Let's check it out if it works in HoloLens as well. There we go. It's not running. So I tested it, and it was fast before. It is really weird that it's so incredibly slow when casting. I'm going to report that as well. I did report the black screen. So it's probably coming up right away. So when I'm casting the HoloLens, so now the background is pretty light. But when I start running the app, the background is black. And that happens with all apps. All apps are black. Or, well, not really black, it is darkened. And that's not correct. Now, here we go. Let's switch to AR. There we go. And there's the virus. Now, right now, we can only attack it with random cubes. So the menu is not responding, but there should be a blue cube somewhere if it's working. We don't have blue cubes today. Anyway, what I want to do today is trying to figure out a few things. One, I want to be able to throw something at the virus. Also, the virus is floating, but we need to bounce something on the floor. So we need to see if we can figure out a way of creating a floor plane without rendering it. Maybe with a fully transparent material, or we can trick it. There is one little trick which I will explain later, and I think that's the easiest way of doing it. And that is making use of how the HoloLens works. Well, let's leave it open. Also, what I want to do, there is someone made a console implementation, and I'm thinking of adding that as well. That is this one. It's still warm. It's updated 2 hours ago. And I'm not sure what we need. I kind of assume only this folder. If we just include this folder, we're fine. Although it might need fonts and stuff. Well, we have to. We can just clone the project and see what's in there and how it works. Let me this way. So last week we got a very special update on the Wonderland engine, and we can now update our code without leaving XR, which is really cool. And now with this extension, we can also have a console type thing. Not everything is in there, but we can have a console type thing going on while we are in XR. Hopefully. Which saves a lot of time leaving XR. But first, I want to see if we can come up with a way of throwing something at the virus. Now I have some ideas. But I'm not sure yet. What are we going to throw? That's the first question. I added some things to my to-do list. So we throw T cells. And eventually we need to choose a certain T cell to throw at the virus. Attach? No, attack. We're not going to attach to viruses. But I still haven't figured out what a T cell looks like. I looked up a model and it looked really weird. So I think we're just going to make this a ball for now. We can also always add another model. So if we do add a mesh, we do a sphere. Now we might be better off nesting this. Let's do the pink one. Now I think we're going to use physics this time. For throwing, that might be the easiest. Now we need to figure out a way to throw it. Now what I've been thinking is we need to attach it to our hand. And when our hand reaches a certain velocity, we detach it. And we give the ball that velocity. That was what I was thinking. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we need to have some way of having the ball attached to our hand. Now we still have the left and the right hand in here. So let's attach this ball to the right hand for now. We can always reparent it later, but just to see how it looks. Now right now the ball is 1 meter by 1 meter, which is pretty big. So let's just make this really small, 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Well, let's do even half of that, 5 centimeters. And then the radius is this size, which is fine. Now we can just turn kinematic on and off, I guess, to keep it at the ball, at your hand. So if you just do this, it should be attached to the hand now. Let's check it out. I'm forgetting one thing. We need to enable physics. Let's go into the project settings, enable the physics. Yes, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Will be a long debug session. And there won't be visualization for physics. Well, that's the downside, but we'll just assume it works. So let's go back to the HoloLens. Let's reload this for now. I'm not sure if it's... Oh, there we go. It is a bit slow. There we go. So let's go into AR. And let's see if we have a little purple ball attached to our hand. Well, actually not AR, it's XR more, but... We don't have a ball attached to our hand. Did I mess it up? Yes. Let's repackage. So now it's automatically refreshing. That's cool. Now we see the virus again. We still don't have a purple ball attached to our hand. I wonder I wonder if it's floating somewhere else. The physics is currently a lot larger than the... You mean the visualization or the engine or... Right hand. This is one. Oh, the engine binary. Oh, I don't... To be really honest, I don't care about the size of the binary at this point in time. But we should see it. It has a material. Well, you know what? Let's disable physics. You know what? Let's remove physics. So we're absolutely sure there's nothing on there. So we... It's not floating away or something. There we go. It's at my wrist. That's not really where it should be. But we can position it from our wrist. It should be right there. So let's move it a little bit there and a little bit... Well, I'm not sure what's the default direction, what the default direction is. Let's see if we can move it a little bit. Well, the hand is in the same place, so I assume... Oh, crap. Now this is what I like so much. We can move it. So I moved it in the wrong direction. But if I just repackage, bloop, now it's in a better location. Now we need to move it that way. So I did it up. So let's just try something. Save, repackage. And let's wait for it to update. So that moved that way. That's not the right direction. So this should be 0. Let's guess this. Guess wrong. So now we have a ball that is attached to our hand. Now it's a bit slow in following the hand. It's like a yo-yo, but I think it is pretty cool. I think we could throw it. Now it's probably slow because I'm casting. I was going to say I'm going to make a video about it, but that's also slow then. Okay, now we need to track. Well, first we need to enable physics, and then we track the speed. And once we reach a certain speed, we release it and keep it moving in that direction. And then we need to tweak that speed. So let's add the physics component again to see if that works. Let's add kinematic so it doesn't fall. Let's see what happens. Nothing should happen, but... Okay, the ball is gone. It's not in my hand. Let's disable gravity for a second. So, to make sure it's not falling off. It's weird. Why isn't it... Why isn't it on my hand anymore? We could do the simulation ourselves. It's not... In this case, the physics is not that hard. So now it's back, but I disabled physics. Let's do static. Okay, so if you do static, it's attached to my hand. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Oh. And I need to sneeze. Sorry. Okay. Let's check if we can detach the hand at a certain thanks at a certain point in time. So I wonder if we can just disable static and that works. So let's attach this script to the right hand. Let's create a new script. And this is the rename activate physics on velocity.js. The activate physics on velocity. There we go. Let's drop this in here. Oh, by the way, but I did it. One of the things in the what's it called, extension, and this automatically takes the name of the file, which I really like. Now I have a subfolder in here, so this breaks. But that's easier to add than... I need to figure out a way of doing that. I'm not sure if you can do that. Although, I believe you might be able to do this in some cases. No. No, you cannot get to the root directly. Too bad. Now we need to have the physics thing here. So we add a parameter of object, I guess. And this is your physics object. And we do this dot physics is oh, we have a thing for that, so we do a wl get component physics. Oh, we need to have this. And we do physics. Oh, we grab it from this one. I kind of assume we can do this. To be sure, let's go to the docs. Check if it's in. If there's some info we can use in here. Physics. So it's the physics component. Yeah, I think it's one. We have two statics. Interesting. If the static property was set while the rigid body was active, it would not take effect until the rigid body is set active, and again until the component is set inactive. Ah, one is set and the other one is get. Oh, there are more doubles. So interesting. So if it is... You were posting a clip on social media. Oh, no, we are... Ooh. I have see-through coffee. And no, I'm not drinking green coffee. I'm not sure what's happening there. It's some weird grog I'm drinking here. It's green stuff. No, I was setting this to static as true. The physics. Well, it is static. So we need to deactivate it and activate it again. It will not take effect until the ready body set inactive and active again. But then again, we can also set it inactive. We don't need the rigid body if it's inactive. So we can set active is false. Yeah, but then if I want to set it active, or static is false. So what I need, so you probably just missed it. So what I want to do is, if I have the right hand, there is a mesh. And this is the ball that is attached to your hand. And it has to follow your hand, so nothing is happening. I thought kinematic would do that. But if I set it to kinematic, it's gone. I cannot, the ball is gone. It's not at my hand. But when I set it to static, it works. But I also can just deactivate the whole thing. I don't need physics as long as it is attached to my hand. Now the problem is, can I give this a velocity in a certain direction? I can add force. So if I just at some point enable it, add force in the direction my hand was moving, then I would throw it. Oh. Why? Oh, that's funny. I'm blocked and I'm getting alerts. Apparently, you're breaking through my Yeah, I'm not sure why it's on. I don't see the ball. So when I activate the when the physics turned on, the ball is not on my hand. It's not in this location. It's just missing. And when I say it to static, it's there, but it would be the same as setting it inactive and just set it to active at some point. First, let's see if we can maybe set the mesh inactive and active at a certain speed, so we can debug the speed we're moving the ball. Otherwise, we move our hand and the ball just drops. So if we just leave this for a second, or maybe we can just duplicate this, and instead of this, we take the mesh. So now we set the mesh active to false. So now there is no ball. That's not really nice. You know what we do? Let's leave this. Let's leave this. How can we move this up that way? For testing, I want to see what's happening. So what we can do is do a material. Or let's do WL material. Okay. So when we initialize, we say last this last position, an empty array, this dot object. Wait, this dot, is it capitalized? Why isn't my... I kind of broke the IntelliSense again. I really need to build an IntelliSense extension. Object. What's it called? I really need to just remember these things. How do you get the position? Would local be enough? Would local be enough? We can do the world, that's fine. World. Let me drop it in this last position. And we need to do this every frame. But at the end. So we check the position. Okay. Cool. Looking forward to it. I haven't done any physics in a while. Well, no problem, no problem. To be really honest, if I didn't think the engine was good enough to build something with, I wouldn't stream it. Let alone stream it for the last 4 months. So I know it's not done, but it is pretty cool. It's a great engine. Let me share the link again for anyone who is watching this. And if you're watching this in the future or on YouTube, because I'm posting these to YouTube nowadays. After the stream, I exported it to YouTube, and I think tomorrow or so something, the whole stream will be on YouTube. If you go to wonderlandengine.com, you can download a free copy of the engine. So we do this. No, I'm not sure we need to do this. It's the easiest way. Not sure how expensive this is. Let P is an empty array, because I need to have this twice. P, because we need to get the distance between these two vectors. And then based on the distance, we know the speed every frame. And we can get the velocity through there. Because we know with delta time how long each frame went. Generally you try to make P this temp vector. Oh, so we don't create a new vector. Yeah. So we can do this new position. You know what? I want to have a capital P in there as well. So we have a last position and new position. A new position is not set yet. Although they need to be both equal. But I wonder if I do this. If I do this, I'm not sure if they reference the same. They probably do. So the easiest way of converting these is do a splice without anything. or do a new array of this array. Oh, we can do a float. Would it be better if we do a float 32 array? 32. Can we just pass the old array as a parameter instead of the copy? I think we can do this. Elements equal number. I think we can do it this way. Length number. Array like of numbers. Yeah, I think we can do this. Then maybe we need to just new float. Okay. Ah, damn it. Float 32 array. Do we give this a length then? Of 3? Or just leave it? Not sure it matters. We need to set it that way. Oh, we can do that. To be sure. This new position dot set this last position. Well, now since we have this one, we can do this as well. So once we go into the update, we set new position. Now, why did we set it here? I guess to be sure. I believe that in the GL stuff, do we use it? I think we did. No, let me grab my code. I think I was testing something with distances as well. Yes, this is the method I was looking for. This returns the distance between 2 points. It's actually really simple. It's just distance. So we calculate the distance between new position and this last position. This is the distance we traveled in delta time. So our velocity would be distance divided by delta time. So now, independent of delta time, we have our velocity. And then we set the last position to the new position. And then in the next frame, we get the position. And we know the distance we traveled during the frame or something. And then we calculate the distance again. But now we need to know how fast we went. I have no clue. So we're going to play with this value while we are running the app. So let's go in here. Let's say if v. Now, how much would this be if it's bigger than 1? We set this physics material is this mat. It's in meters per second. Yes. So So if it's... I don't know. I don't know how fair... So this is... We traveled 1 meter in 1 second. But it is really less than what we could be. How fast are we moving our hands? I have no idea. 10? 1? It could be anything. Let's try 30 meters or 30 centimeters in 1 second. I want to see if this construction works first. And then we're just going to tweak the value. We need to add this script to our hand as well. So let's add this activate physics. We grab the physics object and we set the material to yellow. And we can set it twice as fast just to try. No, let's close the synth. If you haven't seen it, check my Twitter. So if I save this, it should automatically reloads. Set it back otherwise. No, if I set it back otherwise, then I need to keep moving my... Well, we can try that. Else... we need to store the original material then. This dot org material is this physics material. This physics material is this dot org material. Okay. So yeah, there is a little ball in the way. Is this working already? No, I think since Wonderland, my cable is stuck. Since Wonderland decided it wants to restart, I need to restart that. So it lost the connection there. There's no... Let's disable the physics because we're not using the physics right now. Let's see if we have our little purple ball back. There we go. And it's not working. It's not working. There is... Nope. I don't think it's working. Let's not change it back. It's sticky, yes. It's really sticky. I don't even know if this... Maybe the velocity is always negative. But it should never... It could be... Could it be negative? Let's see if this is something else than 0. There we go. If it's less than 0, it's magic. So when I say not is equal to 0, it's yellow. When I say bigger than 0, I have a feeling this is not a number somehow. So let's v and distance. Well, let's do it in an array, then we have both. And let's do dt as well. Okay, so now we refresh. Okay. Let's immediately exit so we don't get too much going on. Developer tools. Now it's still running. I should have changed it a little bit. Oh, that's a good one. We should use ppost console. That's a nice one. This is an amazing use case. We have 75 errors, so I think we're just generating errors right now. I think there's an error in the code. Now, if there's a lot of information here, it is so incredibly slow to load. In the meantime, let's download ppost console code. Let's download the zip. That's easier. Yes, we'll wait. We're not going anywhere. We're still downloading ppost zip. Okay. Extract. C dev temp. And let's go in VS Code or in Wonderland. Let's open it from Wonderland. No, I'll wait. I'll wait. But I don't, oh, there we go. It's loading arrays. Exactly. We get not a number. Distance is not a number. This is probably not a valid array, right? Or is this a normal array? The only Mr. Man, welcome. How did your stream go? I was doing a lot of stuff, but I've been lurking around a bit in your stream. It's a normal array. Yes, so you come to the right place then. So you are the physicologist today. We're doing physics as well. So I'm glad you're here. Yeah. We found a bug. Huh? Start a bug? Oh, that's cool, but it's a bug. Start a bug. I'm not sure why it's listening to that. I think we're filing bugs to the HoloLens team now. Start some music. Why is start a bug a thing? It is pretty cool. Oh, you guys are not seeing it. So let's say, if I say start a bug. Start a bug. The HoloLens is starting a bug. It is. But it's only doing it with that sentence. Nothing else. Start DevTools. No, it's not. I filed it. I want to be able to start the DevTools with voice. So this is just an array. Now, no, we need to browse for the other console. No, it's C dev temp, and it's this one. Oh, there's not a folder here. Ooh, fixed console. Isn't this attached to the player? Oh, that's weird. I would expect this to be attached to you, so it's just following you along. Let me... It's actually getting pretty warm wearing the HoloLens all the time. I'm going to provide that as feedback as well. So the material gets really sweaty on the... Yeah, you had instructions in the README. I've read those already before the stream. I was planning on implementing it today. But still, I don't know why this is giving a... not a number. Wait, we can try. Is it in this one? Where's the GL stuff? I thought it was in somewhere. Never mind. I thought I've seen it. Or is it just the bundle? It's in the deploy of the engine root. Oh, so I cannot reference it. Oh, it's in the bundle. Yeah, so if I just did reference the bundle, then I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Now it's kind of weird because I'm referencing my own code, but... Nah, it doesn't work. GL matrix. No. Weird. Maybe someone did an extension for it. GL matrix. Nope. Oh, I want to try something. Since we're on the topic of trying things, let's add a new file, global.js, and let's drop this reference in here. Save. So now we don't have this here, but do we get IntelliSense now? We do. Okay, so if we add this to the global, it is the same for everything, everywhere in the project. We don't have to include it in the top anymore. And we have IntelliSense everywhere. So that's the tip of the day. Now we only want IntelliSense. Now GL matrix.d.ts it exists. It's alt. I don't care. I want to have this. Let's do raw. Damn, how big is this? It's probably a very old version, but I just wanted to know if this works. Let's save this in cdev covidmon. Just in the root. Save. Now, because technically, we should be able to use these files as well. Does this work out of the box? Does it know what this is already? So if we do GL matrix, no. Can we reference this GL matrix? Boom! I'm on a roll. So now we should be able to know what this is. No, it's not in there. Oh, I was a bit too happy there. Is it even in there? Interface factory. I was too fast. I was really thinking this should work as well. Maybe we need to find the right version of the file. So I think we can just go in here. So it's 3.3 we need. So maybe things changed in the meantime. Let's go into typed definition. There was this. Was it definitely typed? Definitely typed. Yes. Search GL matrix. GL matrix vec3. No, I just want to have this one. So we could do this. Now we don't use npm or anything at all right now. But maybe we get lucky. Now I'm really pushing my limits here, my luck, but we should get a types folder now. Oh. Get away. Bye. Now we have a types folder here. Now we don't use this for anything else. I think we can remove this one. If we are really lucky. No, it does not know what a GL matrix is. But we can reference it now. We just say node modules. I thought the type should be in there. Well, now we can just reference the normal one. We still can't reference it. Huh. Do we have to reference the... How did these types work? Ah. This is a stop. Geometry provides its own type definitions, so you don't need a types installed. Oh. Yes, there is an index here. I thought you can just do... Oh, wait, let me close this. We don't need that. There was a way. Use TypeScript definitions for IntelliSense in JavaScript. Again, test from around JavaScript. So that didn't work, no. Oh, we just need to include the whole thing. I think we're close. We didn't need to have the typings. We can do... Let's just do it like this. Okay. If this doesn't work, we're just going to ignore it. I don't want to spend too much time here. If it works, it's really cool. And if it doesn't work, it's fine as well. We're going to ignore it. Too much shit open right now. This one. No, it still doesn't know. It does know what a GL matrix is now. Again, but not a vec3. Which is weird because vec3 is in here. Oh, it's not. It's not. Okay, one more try. Move to recycle bin. Yes, continue. Drop the node modules. One more try and then we're going... Whoa, no, 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 no. Cancel. Undo. One more time. So we go in here and now we search for this one. Ooh. There we go. And then we go in circles. But this is old. This is 2.0 and we are in 3 or something. Building. GL matrix. Am I that stupid? Am I missing something? Now everybody left or fall asleep? I just want the whole thing. How do you get this? Or do we have to download it? GL matrix. Yeah, I just have to grab the whole thing. Dist. Yeah. But that didn't include the TypeScript definition. Although if I have the whole thing... If I have the whole thing, I don't need... Is vec3 in here? Vec3. That's probably in here. I give this one more try. Yeah, but I couldn't find it on npm. That's the weird thing. I'm just going to drop it here. I just want to have it referenced. I don't care where it is. I just want to have some IntelliSense. So now I can just say, I don't care. It doesn't have to be included in the project even. I just want to have it around. So now we have GL matrix. But we still don't know what a vec3 is. We do know what a vec3 is here. Can we do this? Import GL matrix from so now in here we should have. Are you not? No. Nope. It's not cooperative today. I'm just going to ignore this. This is taking too much time. Ignore. We have Wonderland here. Let's ignore the rest. It's weird. It's not doing the same thing as I want to have it. We were going to add the console here. So we want to have the fixed console. Let's just do the same thing and copy it over. Let's go into here. I'm going to guess that I only want to have this one. New folder. Console. Reveal. Oh, wait. I think I copied it, including the folder, right? Yeah. Hopefully this is enough. So it has some customization. How to import. I never read documentation, and now I want to read the documentation, and there's nothing there. Who needs documentation anyway? Let's add an empty object. Static console. Add a component. There's probably some... Oh no, we need to include the folder first. Add folder. JS console VR. Let's go back here. Let's add a component. Console VR. Can I set it to none? My plane mesh. There's more. There's more. There's more to this. Primitive plane. Plane material. That's just the defaults. Let's drop some defaults in here. Plane material. Let's do... Blue. Blue works very, very well. Default material. Let's test this out. Maybe it works. So we're back on the HoloLens. Now we got the keyboard because uncode require is not defined. COVID mom bundle. Oh, I didn't give it a position. So it's probably in my head right now. Let's wait for this to because I think right here it was at -1. Let's do the same thing in our case. -1. Cannot access GL matrix before. It is including GL matrix now. That's probably why it's crashing. Still get a lot of errors there. Kind of feel I broke it completely now. Let's just shut it down. Oh. Why? I pressed that an hour ago. Yes. Close. Close. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Here, if we go to C, it already knows what we need to do. Nope, sorry about it. Oh, we probably... No, we didn't lose. We didn't lose it. Is there anything on here? Oh, wait, there is a console VR. There's a fixed console version, and there is one on the controller. I actually want it fixed to my head. But I think we can do that as well. If I just... stick it to my left eye. It should be close to my eye. Maybe we need to make it... Let's do 0. Minus 0.5. Minus 1. Save. Not sure if it's refreshing or... Oh, it's... All of a sudden it's pretty fast now. Do we have some console now? I don't see it. It's not in my left eye. Maybe it could be behind me. But... Let's do 0, minus 1. I'm completely lost what direction we have. So we have a sphere here. What's this? Yes, AR rear view. We need to create a... We can do it with a 360 camera. No, well, not in AR. I don't know. We just have to figure out. We move this around a little bit to see if it comes up. I don't see it. We set this to 1. Maybe we need to keep it fixed for now. That might be a better idea. Then at least we have a place where it is. Jonathan, thank you very much for hanging out and helping out again. Really appreciate it. So there is no... let's just disable this console for now and add a mesh. Let's add a mesh. Just a little cube mesh. So we know what we have. Let's do cube and let's do blue. So we should have a blue cube somewhere. And it is off the left eye. The left eye doesn't have scaling. Did I press the button? There we go. I don't get it. There should be a big blue cube in the way somewhere now. Unless I am standing in it. Huh. Let's move this out of the way. Just to make sure we see a big big blue cube somewhere. Ah. There's a big blue cube. Goes there. So let's go to the top. So let's move it a bit closer. And now let's activate the console and hide the cube. So now the console should be over there. The problem is, the console should be blue. Show on start. Maybe. I wait for the... No, Rosie, the light is not working. Now this is rotated. Maybe that's an issue. I'm expecting to see a blue plane over there. Let's move it a bit closer. No. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to delete this for now, and I'm going to figure this out later. I do want to get the stuff from our ball ready. It sounds really weird. If anyone asks, I was just going to get the stuff from my ball ready. Playing with my blick blue cube. Okay, back to the question. This is not a number. Oh wait, do we get the same error in here? Yes. Aha! Wait, this is something different. GL matrix cannot access GL matrix. Holy crappers! See? That's why we need debugging. Now, in the end, we do want to have debugging in here, but it doesn't do that right now. So we can try all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't work. Now I just realized it wants to have a name there. What's the name of my HoloLens? Can I copy this? If I do rename. Maybe we need to. Maybe it just needs to have the real name. So HTTPS// this, and then the port should be 0080. And the portal is enabled. This, no, it's not. Oh, it's HTTPS. Sorry, it's the 443. Nah. For some reason, it just didn't. This is what we want. This is what we need. Can we do? No, we can't. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So now I have it on video. I'm going to report the video to Microsoft, so they can see what I tried. But this is not giving us the none. Why? Because V is not bigger. Oh, we didn't write it to the console anymore. Maybe that helps. If you want to debug something in the console, you need to write it to the console. So it's still not a number. Okay, let's go in here. Let's set a breakpoint. Let's figure this out. Distance. Distance is not a number. Last position is an array. New position is an array. No, this is a buffer. And distance. This wants to have two arrays. Float 32 array to array. Is there an easy way to grab an array from this? I don't. That's the way. I'm not sure if this is performant, but we're still on the breakpoint. Continue. We still have not a number. Oh, we don't have. It didn't refresh. Did I save the file? We don't need clients. I'm not sure if it's actually. It's still showing not a number. How can this be not a number now? V is not a number. You go away, you go away. Oh, it doesn't work that way. So this is an empty array. Oh. Oh. No. Doesn't this have a position yet? Last position, buffer, array buffer 0. Oh, no. Okay, maybe this just doesn't work in it then. Huh. Let's drop it in start. Maybe that's the issue. Oh, the right hand, set up as null of undefined. Okay. Oh, that is because update gets called before start already. So we say if not this last position, return. So we don't have a last position, we return. Apparently then init has not run. Okay. Now it looks like start never gets called. But that could not be true. That was called activate dash. Yes, I am going to throw another breakpoint in start. So we get here. We don't get here. Let's refresh. Now we should head the... How come we never hit start? That's weird. We do get the component. The object is created. We never get to start. Also, we can do this as well. So if we don't have a last position, we're not going to return. We're going to initialize them. This should work. I mean, we still have not a number. So now we hit this the first time. Original material, we have a material. Last position is undefined. Last position is still undefined. Now last position is an array object. Isolation world, last position. Is there anything in here now? No. Huh? Why did I screw up here? Should you just retransform world then? So we do this then? Is that the issue? But then this probably is going to do the same thing. We can do something like this. I'm not sure if that's going to work because this is going to have the whole transform in there and not only the position. But maybe the distance is smart enough to just ignore everything else. Cannot reach setup and define this new position. Okay, how does this work? So we get here, and we error. What? Bounce. Isn't this a float? Isn't this a float 32 array? I'm completely lost now. It's not the first time I do this. Although in this case, P is the hand tracking. But I do have an antenna, right? I get a translation. Oh, I initialize it here. According to Jonathan, this was faster, but maybe I'm just going to be really stupid and do it in my own way. So instead of doing it this way, I'm just going to say 0, 0, 0. And in this case as well, just do 0, 0, 0. And this is We need to change this line as well to this line. Get translation world. So we do last position object get translation world instead of antenna pos. So I made a theremin type thing. And now we just say we clone this, we do this, drop this in here, remove that, do this and that, and there we go. Let's rerun. We get more errors. Last position set is on the function. Oh, we're getting close. But now we need to copy the array. Well, we could do array from, I guess. To copy the array. So this creates a new array from this array. I guess. Refresh. 0, 0, 0, 0. Did you see it? It said 0. Okay, so at least now we get a value. Let's remove the lock and check it out in XR. Let's go to the HoloLens. Oh. Apparently it's low on space. I don't know how to add more space. Ooh, that was weird. It's not. That was really fast. I'm not sure if that was correct, that fast. Yeah, see, I didn't think that it would be that fast. I don't trust it to be that fast. Oh, and there went Wonderland. See? It's loading. We get the AR button. But I think sometimes we get the AR button before Wonderland is loaded. It's just really slow. So how is everybody doing? Oh, there we go. Let's go into XR. MR. Or AR. What's it? What is it in now? Oh, it already changed. Okay. So it did change. So let's say if it's bigger than 0.3. Let's save. Let's not move our hand. It already changed. So if it's bigger than 1. I wanted to see not change. Okay, so 10 is too much. Let's narrow it down. Oh, there we go. Not sure why. It is working. Is it reattaching? No, it's not going away. I think if we need to make a throw motion. So that was 2. So I think 2 is even too little. 2.5. Okay, so we're going to throw this. So let's go down here and let's throw it. I mean, that seems to be a valid throw. Okay, now let's switch to physics. It kind of did something. It stopped midair. Just starting my few hours out of Wonderland, watching your work is partly why I'm attempting it. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm really curious what you think about the engine. Oh, now it's over there. Why is it over there? How can it be from there to there? Oh, maybe I saved it. I don't know. It's always weird that you have these things floating around, but it's not reattaching to your hand. But we can do an add force. Now the big thing is, now this is going to be the next challenge. Because we have this add force. We have a force factor. This is the direction we're going to apply the force. The force mode. See force mode. What's that? Force mode. Impulse, velocity change, acceleration. Let's just leave. Oh, we need to add that. See, I think you're right. The force factor should be the same as the velocity. Yes. But in a certain direction. So we need to get a directional... a direction as well. Oh, we even have IntelliSense. That's right. I don't know why, actually, we get IntelliSense somehow again here, but... It's all numbers. This is different. WL force mode. Let's do force. No. Whether a force is in local space. Default is false. Yes, let's do false. Position to apply is default is center of mass. Oh, let's just not do this. Is that a default? Default is force. So actually we only need to have it apply a vector. And that's the yeah, that's the direction. So I think if we do a... So we do a direction, let direction, and we do a sub. So we subtract, and we go into direction, and we want to subtract the, well, these two from each other. And then we need to normalize that vector. And then we multiply it by the velocity. And that's the force we need to add. I'm not sure if that's in here, by the way. You know what? Do we still have it open? Normalize. Oh, it's out. So we go, there's a vector of 3 out and a vector 3 in. So let's go in. So we need to add a... Well, can we just do the same one in, the same one out? Does it work? Because this one to have that normalized. And then we need to... Is it scale? scale a vector by a number. So we have an out. Okay, so let's copy this with this scale. And I'm making this up as I go, but apparently it's pretty obvious how it should work. I hope this works. I don't know. This is the v vector. I don't know, velocity vector. And that's what we're going to add here. V vector. We're going to scale this out. We're going to scale the direction by the velocity. Oh, by the way, we only need to do this if the velocity is bigger, because we don't have to calculate this every frame. Now I could have mixed some things up, but let's try it. Is it? It's not detaching from my hand anymore. Is it still refreshing? It is. I think we have an error. I wonder if we can do shortcuts like Control-Shift-I or something. Yes, we have an error. Yes, we do have the distance time delta. So the velocity is already per moment. Yeah, so this should be in meters per second. I have no idea. So we guesstimated to have it around 30 centimeters per second. But I just was trying with changing the color of the ball before. Yeah, this is still loading. I tried too much. Let's refresh. Does it work? So when we have too much errors, it now starts to load all of these errors in. That just sucks. Just going to be stuck forever. I wonder if we can simulate this on the desktop, because the velocity is not doing anything. What happens if you move around? There we go. V vector. Oh, I have a V too much. See? That's why we need debugging. There we go. That's it. It's refreshed. Okay. It went somewhere really fast. Where did the cube come from? You know what? Let's just make this in a specific direction first. So this was V vector, but let's just say we want this to be in 1, 0, 0. Let's just do this in a specific direction first. Not even on my hand anymore. Why is it? I broke the ball again. What? There we go. Thanks. I need to have it. And now I'm watching the code again. So it's not active. We also want gravity, by the way. Okay, let's... The cube is gone. So that menu is there, but the... Oh, that's the big blue cube we added, or not? No. Why is there a big blue cube over there? And no purple. Oh, there it is. That's... No. It's still on my hand. What? It seems to be like some weird yo-yo effect now. There it is. Let me check what's the settings are. So when I move it slow, it stays there, but if I move it fast, it goes away, and when I stop, it comes back. But I don't understand why it comes back. Oh, I do know why it comes back. Oh, I'm stupid. I need to reparent it. So when we throw it, we need to reparent it so it can actually go somewhere. So we do this. Let's go to the desktop. It's this physics object. We now need to have the entire object. Parent is WL object. No, that's not how it worked. Crap, there was a little trick you can do. Let me check the manifest game. I think I did it there as well. We did a lot of reparenting stuff here. Let me... I can see my keyboard. Control Shift F. Parent. Apparently not. I thought we had a little trick. Oh, it was probably with setting the defaults. Okay, but we need to reparent it to something, so we can just say mesh. No, we can say right hand. Let's add an object to reparent it to. Let's add an object to reparent it to. So we go here to this one. And we say WL, no, not add object, WL object, param object, this is the one. And this is target parent. As soon as we throw, we say parent is equal to this target parent. So we can just add a layer or whatever. It's really funny that it just disappears. Our target parent is null still. So we go in here. Target parent, but I think we can just pick root. Oh, we can't pick root. Interesting. Okay. Balls. Parent. Then we do it like this. Result is the same. I also want to add something else. So I want to have a ground plane. We can just do a physics thing. Shape plane. Now we don't see this. This is 0, 0. We are 180, so that should be the ground or somewhere near the ground. And what if we just make this really big, like 20, 20, 20? No gravity, it's just static. But it bounces, so we can throw something on top of it. So now when we throw the ball, it should never go below the ground. It should just hit the floor. It's weird because we don't see it ever again. Activate. How fast is it leaving? What's the mass of the ball? I think 1. Also, has it got any drag? I have no idea. The ball has no drag, but a mass of... If we increase the linear damping, it should... So now it should go forever. So now it should just do a little bit. Just slow it down, yes. Well, we can just not scale it. Actually the force is 0 here. I'm just doing it wrong. Should be like this. So now when there's force applied, it goes there. And it drops through the ground. We do have gravity now, so we have something, at least. Is it because it is static? Now we had an issue with this as well before. And we cannot visualize this, so we don't know what's happening to that plane. But if we add a mesh to it, add mesh, primitive plane, material. Let's do green for now. So this is our plane. That's probably why we don't see it. We need to rotate this to make it lie flat. Now what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to test it in the browser first. There we go. So now when I walk, it just gone again, which is so weird. It worked. Maybe it still goes too fast. So what if we do v.01? Let's make it really slow. You know what? We're not going to add force at all. Just enable gravity for now. So we enable gravity. Oh! No. There is an issue. I think when we reparent... So if we have the ball at 180 and we reparent it, it stays at 180. So it moves. Or not. Yes, it's the same local position. We do have the position here, so we can just set the world position at the same position. I don't know, but we can set this physics object set translation world. Something like this. Not that it makes a difference. It just pops out of existence. Let's hide that mesh again. I wonder if it just pops through the mesh. Nope. Oh. Oh! It went up. Now. So apparently it is changing the position. I don't want this close. So it is changing the position. Dude. It is moving. It seems to be moving a little bit. Oh, and there's probably a different position between the object and the physics object. So removing the real object, but not the... And now we are changing it to the... We're repairing the physics object, so that's relative. I guess. And since we're standing on 0, 0... transform world. Was it transform world? I will see. Probably not. Do you get an error? Oh, it was the right thing, so... Why do we have 3? Oh, I know some other thing. As soon as we detach, we don't have to track it. We can let it go. It will do really weird things if we're going to track it again and again and again. So... and not this dropped. And here we say this dropped is true. Actually, if it's dropped, we don't have to do anything. If not this dropped. If this dropped, actually, return. Skip everything if it's dropped. As soon as we drop it, we're done. We just leave it. Don't care. Doot. So this is the position. It's almost 0, 0, 0. Now we have 2. Does this change? It does. Let temp equals this. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Nope. Let's do it like this, and then get translation world. And we drop it in temp. We retarget, and then we set the translation world. So no matter what happens, it should stay in the exact same location. We don't add force right now, we just reparent it and then drop it. No, what we did. Transform world. Let's try this again. It should be the same now. No, it's different. How can it be different? We get the translation world. And then we set it. Damn it. How hard is it? It's also not liking this now anymore. New position set. No, that's not how it works. Oh, we can also we can just do this out of the way. Go, done. Good. It moves up. So we have temp and transform world. So this is local. Doesn't even come close. How can we keep it at the same position? How can we keep it at the same position? If we take the world position and we put it back at the world position after reparenting, the world position should stay the same, right? What am I missing? Object. Maybe we should reset it in between. Well, the problem is, it is attached to my hand. If I would throw it and I would pull my hand back, the ball would still be relative to my hand. So if I lower my hand, it keeps that rotation. So if I would throw this Rubik's Cube And if I detach and I would pause, it is over here. Now if it stays in the same place, but if I rotate my hand, it would follow along. It would just do everything my hand does. For debugging only. To see what, yeah, well, we can try it to see if it falls in the same position. So that, let's only activate it. You're right, let's only activate it. So it still seems to jump. Now that's really weird. Has the player a collider? I don't know. Let's check. No, player has not a collider. Eyes don't have a collider. This one has physics. It could be the hand menu. These have collisions. Yeah. Yeah, but the problem is, these are collisions. They should not interact with the physics. Do they? We have this one, but it seems to ignore this one. It just falls through. Yes. It's really weird that it jumps. And it doesn't fall on this plane. Let's move this down a bit. So now it's down. It just falls and then it disappears. I keep having trouble with the physics. It's... did I miss some setting? No, it's just gravity. Yeah, I think it's too much to do graphics by hand. We do need the physics by hand. We do need to have physics. But it's weird that they don't collide. Or does it interact with collisions as well? Am I just missing it? Oh, I know. I have an idea. I have an idea. Is it in here? Is it in here? It's not yet. Okay. So let's go to here and let's go into the showcase. Because there is something that is being thrown here. And it's on GitHub. So we can have a look at the ball physics. And it's not using physics. On the other hand, yes, it's written its own. But it's not that hard to add a velocity in a certain direction. But it just I mean, it's pretty much the same. Pretty much as in completely the same. Except the initial velocity is different. Bounciness, weight, velocity. Where does it set the initial velocity? There's probably some ball spawner somewhere. Play again. Paper ball spawner. Let's check on touch on throw. Paper ball, max papers. Paper balls. Velocity set direction. Yeah, so it just this spawns a ball. There's physics in here? No physics. I think we're just going to be inspired by this piece of code. I feel like it's really late, but I'm... So, last Sunday, we had daylight saving time go into... I hate that. Are you in UK? Yeah. Oh, at least it's the same here, around here. So, I used to travel to Seattle around this time of year for the MVP Summit. And they are 2 weeks ahead of us. So, you fly over there. You have 9 hours difference. On your first night there, they go from... well, they go from winter time to daylight saving time. And then a week later you fly back. You have like 10 hours difference or 8, I don't know. And then 1 week after that, you're going to change again. I'm lost. So I'm glad my phone. Yeah, 4 times. Yeah, basically, yeah. So your phone is of my phone just automatically updates, and it even shows 2 times when you're in another time zone. But I hate it. But I think we're just going to copy the entire ball physics. Raw. Very rudimentary physics with gravity, pseudo-fraction, bounciness, and floor collisions. Now, I don't want to have a real floor. I was looking at the thing. I'm having this new issue where I try to look at holograms when they're not there. And then it takes a fraction of a second to realize that I'm not wearing the HoloLens, which is ball physics.js. Ball physics. Oh, that's one of those other things, yeah. Just on a real picture. Requires a collision component. Okay, so now we're going to disable these physics. We actually we can try reparenting again now, but I do need to delete this one, and we can delete the mesh because it doesn't make any sense to have a mesh. Then we have this one. We're going to remove the physics and we're going to add a collision. And this collision is going to be 0.05, I think. Now the great thing is we can visualize this. There is a light in the way. We cannot disable... One feature that would be really nice to have is that you can disable things. For example, disable all lights. It doesn't even matter if you do this. It even does weird things when you do this. Or we can move it a little bit for a second. I think it's okay. Yeah. Let's move it back. Next. Do we need to add that script, or is that script going to be added by the ball throw? I think it's going to be added by the ball throwery thingy. Throw. Why is this? Where is it spawning a ball? Spawn paper, add object, component mesh, animation, collision, ball physics. Okay, so if there are not enough paper, so we're going to I think we're going to delete the ball if you miss, if it's out of the way or too slow, or if it bounces a few times. We move it, we delete it. So I don't care much about this. Oh, we only have one ball. Interesting. Paper physics. So this is spawn paper. Spawn animation. It adds a collider. Yeah, so here it adds the whole thing. But in our case, we can add it up front because we only have one ball. So I think we're just going to... Oh, that's not the right one. We're going to add it up front. Ball physics. I don't care. Physics active is true. Does this start with physics active to false then? What's also interesting, I wonder how that works. Oh, it's not active. Huh. It's just not active. So what we can do is go in here and just disable active. So it's not active. So when the ball physics are not active, they're just attached to your hand. So this should be enough to have the ball working. And then when we throw it, we need to get the ball physics here as well. How do you write physics? Physics. Ball physics. Let's rename this to ball physics. Otherwise, we get into trouble. And we just set it to true. Now we need to do it in the right direction as well. So we need to set these. Is that how it works? No. This one. Physics velocity. So we need to set it at a position. We can do that. It's already at a position. So that's fine. We just set the velocity to a direction. And we need... Well, maybe this is it. This is it. Doop. So we have a V vector, we have a direction, and we have a V. That's it. And then we set it to V. Done. Let's test. Apparently, Wonderland decided to restart or something. We have physics. We have an error. We have a lot of errors. Paper is not defined. Did I call it paper? Dude. Cannot read property. Okay. Is it like this then? Still not. Floor height is not defined. Interesting. Yes, we didn't set the floor height. Ball physics. But floor height can be 0. Floor height is apparently a global object. Let's do this. That's the only place where it's used. Now this can be interesting once we... Woo! Oh! Did you see that? We had a bouncing ball. Now this is the size of the ball. This is the size of the virus. I'm not sure if that is remotely close. So we have this random object. We're going to add a script to reset the ball. Or add a new ball to your hand. Let's test it in AR first. Let's make sure it's working on the HoloLens. Did it turn off? It turned off. Are we still... So it isn't casting for a certain amount of time, it just stops working. Was it that the reload already? Is it fast all of a sudden? Let's really move slow. I don't see the ball. And there's a blue cube and there's a menu over there and a ball over there. I think it didn't refresh. There we go. Wait a second till we see this image. Okay, let's go into AR. Now I don't get why it takes so long to go into AR, but I do have a ball. I move slow and I move fast. Oh, see? Now it's still attached to my hand. So it dropped there. This is what I meant. So since I throw it this way, but it works. Now we need to reparent it. If we just reparent it, I'm going to leave the thing running. So we're getting close. This is so cool. I like this a lot. Let's just do the reparent thing. Save. Switch to the HoloLens. It's reloaded, so we have the ball in my hand. We don't. Why not? Let's save again. Wait, there's a really big ball in the distance. I don't get why. It could be that it's really close, but... So when I reparent the object... it goes berserk. There's no physics object anymore. No, we're just changing the direction. We might need to reset the location. Let's check what it's doing. Let's check what it's doing here real quick. So when it's going to throw it, it makes sure the physics is off, but then it spawns it. As an animation. This creates a new object. But it needs to place that object somehow. It sets the local transformation to the object transform world. Yes. So this is just an error. You're right. It's just crashing. I don't see a ball on my hand. Oh. I think it didn't. The ball falls off right away. Do we need to have a timeout or something? Or is this still... It does not reparent? It does not... Let's check the browser. It does not reparent? If I do it here, it just works. Is this the latest version? Oh. It crashed. Yeah, here it just works. It didn't reparent. If it's reparenting, it should not move with me. Okay, let's try and fix that first. I don't get why it's not reparenting. Although I have a hunch. No, ball's parent. We need to reparent this one. We had the right one. Yeah, it didn't throw, but it's reparenting. Okay. So now the reparenting works. But the ball just goes. Oh. Yes. We changed the scale of this one. And this is rotated. But it doesn't really matter what... Okay. That was a stupid thing for me to do. Let's see if we can reproduce that. So if I go and set the rotation to 0, 0, 0, 0. No, all zeros. That's a bug. But I am glad this... We need to click here. Now it's reset it.
FBI, open up!
Hi,
Betty.
Betty.
Very welcome.
Great to have you deconcentrating source code.
Oh, we need to have some lighting thing going on. I am working on the lights. I haven't ordered them, but I'm going to change some things up with the lights. So there will be a cup mode again. I'm not sure how. I'm thinking of adding a shader to me. But maybe also hang a light right above me that can change color. The problem is, if it's green, I'm gone. Which will be really funny, actually. But it's going great. It's going great. Making progress on this little game. I'm drinking not enough water, but... And I'm confused by the time difference. Yeah, well, I have a lot of difficulties with setting up the green screen because I don't have enough lighting. So there is one small light next to me on this side, the big light is on that side, and I really want to just have normal lights. So I'm thinking of buying 1 or 2 soft boxes. The problem is, when I put a big soft box over here, I cannot use the HoloLens anymore, so I haven't figured out how to do that. Maybe I have to make it... And it is really small here. Well, you can see that's just... If I'm on the HoloLens, that's just the width of my room. It just... That's it. So everything is small. Anyway... It's probably just reparenting there. So we need to set the position of the physics object. We just need to set it. Now technically this should work. This should just set the physics object position. That's the menu. Where did the ball go? Little ball. No, we're not using... It's just named physics object. So this is called ball. We can call this ball. That's the mesh. So we have ball physics. That's the ball physics object, and we had a ball. So it was the name only. And if we go in here, we go to player, right hand mesh. There was this mesh. And there was this property here. It's now called ball, and now it's gone since we renamed it. So now that's just pointing to that mesh. Which means now we have errors. Rogit. Or actually, maybe we are fixing it now. Component object. Probably forgot to... This ball. Ball. Why is it breaking now? Why is it breaking now? Come on! We were pretty close. Now we're back at the same point we were before. Okay, I'm going to remove this. Why? Because it doesn't work. And I don't like to have code that doesn't work. See? Now the ball just goes over there. And that is because this parent is at 0, 0. And right hand is not at 0, 0. Because the player is up. But if we take the world position, get translation world, and set the translation world after we reparent it, it should work. Although there could be some optimization that we're running into. That could be the problem. We... I don't want to respawn a new ball. How can we do this? Transform local set. Paper object. This ball is paper. Paper.object. Why? Where's paper coming from? Paper balls. Spawn paper. Paper. Spawn paper. Where is that object coming from? Do we need to do that as well? This is an object already. So we don't have to do this object, right? But if we want to set this, do we need to do this dot ball? And where do we want to set this to? Well, we can just set it to this. It is pretty close. So this might work. I'll take it. I moved up. Huh. Where'd he go? All the way over there. So do. Now, oh, that's only because, yeah, the outline is still in there. Okay, I think this might work. Let's check it out on the HoloLens. Let's make sure you refresh. Take some time to reload. We're not going anywhere. Now the problem is I'm sitting down, so my floor is not at my floor level. But I don't know how high the floor is. And I do want to have it more bouncy. So we have the bounciness, the ball physics. And a weight. So what if we set the bounciness to 1? Oh! Oh! That's too much. I know. I just want to have it a little bit more. How much would a Pokeball weigh? Oh, we don't... Oh, sorry. We don't need to go back to reset this. So if we want to reset it, we can go into the menu and just add a reset button. And that attaches the ball to your hand again. Close. Close. Nah. Then I touch it. It's not working. Completely crashing. Okay, let's... We're getting there, next up is getting the ball to reset. So we have this hand menu here. And there are a couple of buttons there. So if we look at button 1, it has 2 scripts. It has a random object. And this is listening to interactable. So we just wanted to have a way of enable the hand interactions. So this just listens to that interact. So we can just do a similar thing and just listen to that hand interact event on that button. Because this is on the button, and that's basically in between the finger touch. That's called interact. And when you touch something through interactable. So now we're basically attaching a script on 2 sides to an object. So this script is not dependent on the hand menu itself. And we can have multiple of these. Well, we can have only 1 per interactable, but we can have multiple of the same thing, so we can reuse the code, which is pretty cool. So we can just add another one of those interactables. So let's go and add another script, new file. We call this reset. No, let's call it ball.js. Let's add a component. This is in the wrong location now. Oh, we figured out we can remove this. Let's go in here. Let's just copy this reset ball. Where do we need to reset this to? It is the hand. So this is no, it's a WL model object. And this is the hand. Now, the ball itself was not exactly at the hand. And it should be at the exact position. So this is scaled down and it has... No, this is scaled down and it has a position. Why does this have a rotation? That's weird. I don't think the rotation even matters. But I'm going to add a new empty mesh. And this is the ball placeholder. And this mesh is going to be attached to that placeholder. So what I'm going to do is this minus 8 centimeters and minus 8 centimeters. I'm going to move it one layer up. 8 centimeters minus 0.08. So now it is on this. So now the scaling is on the ball itself. And everything else, the mesh and the physics and all that kind of stuff. Now we probably... Oh, this is still connected. But now we can reset it to this one. And we don't have to move the position. So the position, the local position is just 0, 0. So now when we go in here, we delete the random object and we go in and we cannot make it bigger. Well, we cannot read it anymore. It's the console rotation reset ball. Reset ball. This has the hand. Well, this is basically the parent, the placeholder. So that's where we're going to reparent it. So if we say the ball, reset the ball on interact source. Wait. I copied the wrong one. I need to copy this one. Go. That's for the components. So now when we interact, we reset the ball. We also need to know what a ball is. So let's do ball. There's also one object. And we just say ball.parent is this hand. So now it is reparented, but the position is also wrong. So we need to this ball reset its position rotation thing. Object, there is a reset rotation. This one. Reset translation rotation. So that way it's just stuck to the hand again. We also, and that's a difficult one, that makes it specific to the ball. We need to disable the physics again. So I'm going to set this drop to the ball itself. So then the ball knows it is dropped. So this, the ball dropped. So we say this ball dropped is false. And we need to reset the ball physics. And to do that, we need to get the actual physics. So we can do this. I think we can do it just right in one line. Active is false. Maybe we should do that first. So when we get here, we just disable the physics and then reparent it. Maybe it otherwise flies off in the direction. But when it's reset, reparented, and set drop to false, it is attached to the hand again. Let's test. Now we can only test this on the HoloLens. Oh, I forgot one thing. Because we have the reset script here, but we didn't say what a ball is. So this is the ball. There we go. Let's go into the HoloLens, so we should see it refreshing. There we go. Go into AR. I wonder if it pressed correctly. If I press it again, the page will crash anyway. Let's press it again. If nothing happens, I need to reset. Let's restart. Now I did it correctly. It's not liking it. Maybe there's just an error and it's just not. Wouldn't be the first time I made a mistake. Oh. Wonderland requested a restart. That could help. Let's check if there's errors. Add component, add component. This is an issue. What is PP? Oh, that's why the console was not working. A console without a PP. Never mind. I wonder why we cannot go into AR. More tools. Developer tools. Yeah, now it's slow again. Let's place that window over here. Let's see what's happening. 20 errors. So there is something wrong. Why is it only wrong on the desktop? Or on the HoloLens? It even works here on the desktop. Add component. It should work. Now when we press this button, we get an error because requested session was already requested. That's the error I was talking about. So when you are going into XR and it didn't respond, I think when this happens, the best way is just restarting the browser. Now we are working on, I can't stress it enough, on the insider's version of Windows, on the Canary version of Edge, on a release candidate version of Wonderland. And the release candidate is not for 1, but for 0.84, I believe. Yeah, so things might not be as stable as they could be. That's why we have to oh wow, that's a new one. Is this still the same? I'm not sure if I saved. Ball physics is okay. Hand menu. Yes, reset ball. Okay, so this is slowly starting. Can we go into the AR mode now? We can. Do we have a little ball in the hand? Oh, we dropped it already. Okay, let's press the button. And the button is not working. Let's check our errors. Oh, we didn't open the inspector. Show console. Still trying to figure out a way of doing it by voice. The dev tools. It says 15 errors, but I wonder why the menu didn't work. No errors on that side. Now it could be I'm going to hide a few parts of the menu. I'm going to move 2 of the 3 buttons and the backplate. Way out of the way. Here are some things you can say at any time. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Wait a second. Show all commands. Show all commands. Show all commands. Show all commands. What can I say? Oh, now we have the a thing in the middle. Show all commands. I cannot look at select. This is even harder than with your hand. Let's move this a little bit. Select. 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 Show all commands. Show all commands. No. I was hoping for a magic bullet there, but so we should have. Oh wow! Is it still showing? It is still showing. Okay, you guys don't see what I see. That's really weird. There's my start menu again. The whole HoloLens just rebooted. But it kept sharing the camera view. That's weird. Imagine having a blue screen on Windows, because that's basically what happened. Oh, it's still there? Weird. Imagine having a blue screen on Windows, but you can still see from the outside. Weird. Yeah, that's not going to work. No. There we go. It's still running. It is still running. The upside is it's probably a little bit faster now. No, it isn't. Wow, it's taking a long time to load. Oh, there we go. Let's go into AR. So now we should have only one button. And a ball in our hands. Oh. It's all the way over there now. Dude. It's not working. It is working. I cannot drop it again. So once it resets, it is stuck to your hand. So what's another reason why it gets stuck? This ball drop is false. This ball drop is false. When reset, we said this ball drop is false. So it should start running this again. Yes, I did reset the drop flag. Let me... First, let's check the errors first. Maybe we have an error now. I did reset the drop flag, if I'm correct, but maybe we have an error somewhere. Wait, am I still sharing? Yeah. Oh, the screen looks sharper than it did before, which is weird. We have 24 errors, so we probably have an error somewhere. The difficulty is we can only test this we're on the HoloLens. Session ended. Now there is some refresh here. In between. PP not defined. No. And that's the top. So it's not an error. Let's leave it running. So this is not really accurate. Could be that the collider is too small or something. Now it could be here. That the position stuff is doing weird things. Maybe. Although then it should fly to the moon. What we can do, let's try something else to reset it. So when we activate it, we do set timeout. This reset bind this, and we do that after 5 seconds. Now we add a reset function here, and we don't even use the menu. So we do reset. No, function. And we basically can just go and copy this, I guess. And drop it here. Oh, we don't even need to do that, because we have these two. That's basically what we need, bro. Oh yeah, we don't even have easy. We say this dot hand is this dot ball dot parent. There we go. Now we have this hand also. This hand is the parent again. Physics drop is false. Although it's false. So after 5 seconds, it should attach back to your hand again. So let's do this in here. Now it should work in the browser as well. We drop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we throw it again, even further. And then it resets correctly. That's probably because there is still a distance in new position. It's the old last position. So we can say this last position is null. So if the and last position, we're only going to do this if we have a last position. So if we have reset, we don't have a last position yet. We first have to go through the whole thing once, then we have a last position, and then we're going to reset. Then we're going to throw the ball. So now we should only have it the second time, or the first time. 4, 5, reset. We have an error. A lot of errors. No, that's not iterable. Oh yeah, that's because last position is in here. So there's an if. If last position, then we do all this. A little bit more, but And throw. Woo, missed. Didn't bounce. 4, 5, and get back. Doo. I don't know why it sometimes bounces once and then it bounces. Okay, let's go and do this. Oh, we don't need to save it. Let's do this on the HoloLens. Ah. I think we're getting close. We're getting close. So let's remove this window. I want to make sure we can get a nice clip of this when it's working. So let's refresh. Wait for a second for it to reload. Okay, it crashed. So that's not going to be the clip. But I do want to have a nice clip. Let's make sure it refreshed correctly. It's probably downloading everything. Here we go. And let's see if we can throw the ball to the virus. There we go. Let's throw the ball. Oh, missed. Come. Boop. Let's throw again. Missed again. I'm not a good thrower. Let's do it like this. Oh, missed. Let's do it again. Oh, this is nice. This is fun. Oh, all right. You don't need to move it. We need to maybe check the direction first. Come. And throw. You cannot pull back once thrown and it's not bouncing all the time. Let's see if we can hit it. I sometimes wonder where it goes. It's hard to track sometimes. So let's come back. I think we need to change the velocity, the minimal velocity a little bit before we can throw it. So it's at 1 now. I think it should be at 2.5. So we really should throw it before it leaves our hand. So now it refreshes automatically. There we go. So now I can move my hand quite a bit before it goes off. And now I really have to throw it. Come. Oop. Now I can pull my hand back. Oh. Throw it in the right direction. Oh, I got it. But there's no collider on the... It works. We did it. My T-cell is a bit small, but it works. Yay! Throwing balls on HoloLens, this is pretty cool. And throw. So, I think that's it for today. We managed to actually get it to work. Let me take this off. We got it to work. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. What day is it today? Monday. Next stream will be on Thursday. And on Thursday, we're going to continue this game. We're going to add the code to, I think, get the virus. Maybe the ball should be bigger, or the virus should be a bit smaller, or there should be some effect when we touch it. There should be something happening. We'll figure something out. Anyway, hey Rosie, are you still there?
Yes,
Can you share a link to our socials?
I shared a link to our social media in chat.
Thank you. So make sure you follow me on one of those channels. Because if I do something in between, I will post it there. If I do other great other stuff, I will post it there. I'm also on TikTok, which is not there yet. Follow me there as well. And I will see you again next Thursday. Have a great Thursday day. Bye bye. Where do we go? This one. Bye bye.